condo owners are still dealing with rising homeowner association fees and insurance premiums. According to Realtor.com, the average sales price for a condo is down from last year. WESH News' Justin Shecker has more on the state of Central Florida's condo market.
Heading into the new year, the Florida Realtors Trade Association lists upholding condominium safety and affordability as one of its 2026 legislative priorities. After the deadly Surfside condo building collapse in June 2021, lawmakers enacted safety legislation in hopes of preventing another tragedy that led to rising monthly costs and pricey special assessments for Florida's condo owners. This year, Governor Ron DeSantis signed a new law that extended inspection deadlines and gave condo boards more flexibility in how they can fund their reserves. We asked Orlando-based real estate agent Tony Galarza for his take on the state of Central Florida's condo market.
Fortunately, I feel like it's not broken. It's just currently in a catch-up period where we were just struggling back in the day with, obviously with the condo collapse down south.
Galarza says right now prices are dropping and the market favors the buyers.
There's well over 3,500 just in the Central Florida, counties, condos that are on the market currently. And the average list price to sales price is around 75%. So the sellers are taking a pretty massive hit to actually sell them.
While Galarza points out condos are more affordable than other housing in the Sunshine State, the cost to insure a Florida condo is still high, especially in coastal areas.
The insurance piece is still pretty high. Normally we were seeing an average of about $405 to about $500 a year or annually for condo insurance, which actually has increased to about $900 to just over $1,000 a year. In some sectors, in some areas, especially South Florida, you're seeing upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 a year.
Justin Shecker, WESH 2 News.
Back home and back in action, the Orlando Magic return to the Kia Center tonight for the first time in more than 2 weeks.
That's right. WESH News sports anchor Kristen Lago is live from the Kia Center right now. So, Kristen, this is a quick trip home for Orlando.
Yeah, guys, blink and you might miss it, right? The Orlando Magic returning home to the Kia Center for a very brief trip here in the city. Beautiful. Taking on the Charlotte Hornets, who are warming up here on the court behind me. And this is the first of a back-to-back for the Orlando Magic before they actually hit the road once again on Sunday. So it's really important for Orlando to take advantage of playing on their home court, especially when you consider that this really isn't a fully operational team yet when you look at the injuries up and down the roster. But when you look back at that West Coast road trip they just came off of, the Magic went 2-2, and they did show flashes of just how good this team can be. Getting out to a large lead, falling back on their defense, and really sharing the basketball. But then we also saw some pitfalls of a group that is still missing two key starters, and again, dealing with injuries. Against Utah and Portland, Orlando lost those big leads, had to rally late, but being back home, being back for the holiday, head coach Jamal Mosley says all of that does help you get back on track.
It lifts the spirits. We've had a heck of a road run, back and forth, and I think our guys just being able to be home, sleep in their bed, be around family, get back in here, get the right type of treatment, get our bodies right. I think that's so important, but also just being able to celebrate the holiday at home, to be around our loved ones. I think that's so key for us.
As important as it is for the Magic to take advantage of playing at their home, it's also important for Orlando not to underestimate Charlotte. Yes, they only have 10 wins on the year, but they're playing much better basketball as of late. A key piece for the Magic, protecting the perimeter. This Hornets team likes to shoot the three ball, so the Magic will have to rely on their defense. I'll have more for you coming up at 6, but for now, live at the Kia Center, I'm Kristen Lago, WESH News Sports.
And tomorrow the Magic will take on the Denver Nuggets. You can watch that game right here on WESH 2. Then Sunday, it's a matchup with major playoff implications on Sunday Night Football right here on WESH 2. The San Francisco 49ers host the Chicago Bears, with both teams still eyeing the #1 seed and a first-round bye. Kickoff is at 8:20 p.m.
College football, meantime, returns to CW18 Saturday. Miami of Ohio and Fresno State will go head-to-head in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Pre-game coverage starts at 4 o'clock. Super Bowl champion and CW Sports analyst Will Blackman told us it's going to be a battle. We talked with him live on WESH News Sunrise earlier this week. Blackman gave us a preview of what we could see both on and off the field, including a special surprise from Snoop Dogg himself. You can watch that interview on the As Seen on WESH 2 section of WESH.com.
All right, if your New Year's resolutions, including trying to eat healthier, the common question, what should we do for dinner? can be harder to answer, right?
Yeah, and dietitians say we make wrong food choices every day because of misconceptions. The food myths to leave behind in the new year.
Plus, wrapping paper piling up and that Christmas tree losing its needles. How to properly get rid of all your holiday trash.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he will meet with President Trump here in Florida Sunday for peace talks. Zelensky says they'll talk about security guarantees for Ukraine. He also says the 20-point plan under discussion is about 90% ready. The White House has not yet confirmed the meeting. A petition, meantime, in Brevard County is gaining momentum after neighbors say a new development bringing in dozens of new homes will hurt wildlife in the area.
WESH News Brevard County reporter Megan Moriarty explains this is an area has been abandoned for the last 6 months.
What was once a golf course in Turtle Creek, cohabitating with wildlife like eagles, bobcats, and river otters, has become overgrown after the land was bought about 6 months ago.
When we moved in here, it was a beautiful golf course, and you can see the weeds that are growing up now.
Mary Repass has lived in Rockledge near the golf course for 10 years, and during that time, she's become quite the bird enthusiast.
I checked on our nest this morning, and we are sitting on eggs right now.
Holiday Builders is expected to turn this land into hundreds of brand new homes.
There's hammocks here of 100-year-old trees. They're going to be gone. They're marked off already.
She's documented the many wildlife species that she's seen. The builders are required by federal law to put space between their construction and nests, but Repass says they need more.
We're hoping that Holiday Builders might understand our concern and allow more preserve. They're going to have to leave 330 to 660 feet around the eagle nest. We're hoping that they would consider leaving more preserve to nature.
Her neighbors created this petition saying they want to save Turtle Creek, and they're asking for a compromise with City Council and the developer for more land for the wildlife. Right now, the city is complying with federal restrictions, but again, Repass says we can do better.
All we can do is ask and let them know of our concern.
Covering Brevard County in Rockledge, Megan Moriarty, West 2 News.
Rockledge City Council and Holiday Builders have not responded to the petition or our request for comment.
As you celebrate with family and friends this holiday season, many Central Florida seniors are spending it alone. So a local nonprofit is now working to change that. Seniors First has served older adults for nearly 60 years now, helping them stay independent in their own homes. The organization runs Meal on Wheels, delivering food to 600 seniors. They also provide medical equipment, virtual classes, and a food pantry. Volunteer Debbie Bass says for many seniors, one visit means everything.
We may be the only people that they talk to that day. It's so nice to know that you are helping and bringing a smile to these people as well as food.
This year, Seniors First launched its Garden Patch program, delivering more than 3 tons of fresh produce from local farms. Volunteers can help in many ways, from teaching virtual classes to calling bingo at one of 17 lunch sites. If you'd like to volunteer or donate, head on over to WESH.com for those details.
All right, first warning meteorologist Marquise Meter here. Marquise, the sun is starting to set a little bit. Obviously, wintertime sets a little earlier. It's nice outside, and a little sneak peek at the cooler temperatures coming.
Yeah, Jesse, it's going to start to feel like winter just in time for New Year's Eve. But right now, we've got golden hour outdoors, in which we've got some brilliant sunsets. You have a favorite out of these 4?
Ooh, you know what? The Port Canaveral one, of course.
Yeah, it's a good mix of blues and oranges. Summer, what do you think?
It's between Orlando and Tavares for me.
No clouds in either of these sunsets here from Orlando to Tavares. I'll do you guys one better. I think Daytona Beach probably my favorite out on the water. Temperature-wise, along the coastline, you peaked in the upper 70s today, even inland too. Upper 70s, lower 80s. Now we're getting ready to cool down slowly, but as we cool down overnight, we'll introduce a little bit of fog here in Central Florida. Best chance comes your way after 4 o'clock and before sunrise underneath these clear conditions overnight. And we'll see those temperatures fall back into the upper 50s and low 60s this evening. Out on Futurecast, not too much to see overnight as temperatures stall right around 57 degrees here in Orlando, but we will see that chance for fog, especially west of the I-4 corridor, right? As you head towards I-75, multiple visibility restrictions dropping down below a statute mile. And if you're anywhere below a quarter mile, that's when we could possibly see a dense fog advisory to start off the morning. That's courtesy of high pressure above us, and we tap into that Gulf Coast moisture with a small westerly breeze entering the evening. Now, as we head into the morning tomorrow, still watching out for the foggy weather at 7 o'clock, but that fog will lift as temperatures do rise. We'll be back in the low 60s by 9 o'clock, and then we'll push forward into the upper 70s before your Saturday is said and done. Not just any Saturday here in Central Florida, we'll be hosting the Pop-Tarts Bowl at Camping World Stadium. I could use a Pop-Tart right now for sure, as I'm a little bit hungry, but we will see those temperatures move into the upper 70s over the course of your weekend. Not even just the upper 70s, lower 80s on Sunday. So a lot of heat here in Central Florida, but it won't be sticking around forever, right? We'll see those temperatures start to drop just in time for New Year's Eve, in which we could even sprinkle in a few showers here and there. Only a 10% coverage on Monday. Early morning showers along our coastline will be present on Tuesday, and we need the rain as we take a look at our drought monitor. All across Central Florida, the drought is either abnormal or moderate as you head further west. So a little bit more pronounced across I-75 as opposed to the I-95 corridor. Regardless, though, we still won't see too much rain associated with the passing of this front here. Now, the bigger story will be those cooler temperatures ushered in after its passage. We'll be trending dry, a little bit breezy, but certainly cool. Take a look at your feels like temperatures out the door on Wednesday morning. This is going to be New Year's Eve to start off the day. It's going to feel like you're dropping down into the 20s in parts of Marion County. So if you haven't done so already, feel free to break out the winter jacket. The actual reading on your thermometer New Year's Eve, 30 degrees, and you won't be too much warmer on New Year's Day either in Ocala. So please make sure you're bundling up as we step forward into the new year. Heading into the weekend, though, we're back in the upper 70s, low 80s Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll see that temperature begin to fall backwards as we head into New Year's Eve. Wake-up conditions in Orlando will be in the lower 40s on Wednesday and Thursday.
It's a question many of us probably ask every day. What should we do for dinner?
If eating healthier is among your New Year's resolutions, it may be even harder to find an answer. And dietitians say we may eat the wrong things for us because of certain misconceptions. Registered dietitian Julia Zumpano says the first common myth: to lose weight, you have to give up all your favorite foods. She says maybe a little less and smaller portions, but all foods can actually fit into a plan. She says you also don't have to avoid grains. It's a matter of how much you're eating, what you're pairing them with, and how you prepare them.
It's most important just to choose whole grains and a very balanced diet.
Also, going gluten-free or vegetarian does not equal weight loss. While going gluten-free or choosing a plant-based diet can be healthy, it doesn't equate to weight loss. Also, you do not have to avoid all fats to lose weight. Fat is actually essential to our bodies. Just limit the intake and focus on eating healthy fats.
Like avocado. That's my favorite one.
All right, taking a live look at Camping World Stadium. We're getting ready for a big bowl game tomorrow.
Yes, Georgia Tech and BYU will face off in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Kickoff is at 3:30, but before that, you can head to the Fan Fest at Tinker Field next to Camping World. That starts at 11:30. Admission is free, but if you want an elevated experience, you can pay $125 to join a special pregame at noon. Florida Citrus Sports members can get tickets for $90. Our West 2 sports team will be at the game and have the highlights on West 2 News at 10 and 11. That's all ahead. A local family puts up a swing and gets an unexpected visitor. The adorable video coming up.
West 2 News starts now with breaking news.
Got an update to that breaking news we told you about at the top of the hour. Northbound I-95 is back open in Oak Hill in Volusia County after a deadly crash. FHP says the crash involved one motorcycle. We're told the sequence of events that led to the crash are still under investigation right now, but we do know a woman who was a passenger on the motorcycle is dead. The driver was not injured and is still at the scene. Again, all northbound lanes are back open, as you can see here. We'll be sure to update you as we learn more about the circumstances surrounding this crash. Now at 5:30, Christmas has come and gone, and now we're looking ahead to the new year.
And a drop in temperatures is coming as we wrap up 2025. First Warning meteorologist Marquise Mita looking at what's around the corner. Marquise.
Yeah, Jesse, we didn't see those winter temperatures for Christmas, but they will be here by New Year's Eve, courtesy of a cold front that's taken some time to get here. But as we head into the new year, that front will push to our south and east. We will see a couple rain showers here in Central Florida, but the bigger takeaway once this passes by is the temperature drop that we'll have heading into New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as temperatures drop down into the 40s and the 30s for some of our northernmost counties. Here's a look at Ocala, one of the coolest places to be on New Year's Eve. You guys will plummet all the way down to 30-degree temperatures outdoors, and as you factor in the wind chill, it could feel even cooler. It could feel like you're back down in the mid and the upper 20s. On New Year's Day, not too much warmer. 33 will be your overnight low. Keep in mind that's still 13 degrees below your seasonal average for this time of year. And across Daytona Beach, typically along the coastline, we're trending a little bit warmer. Unfortunately, not the case. You'll fall back to the mid 30s just in time for New Year's Eve. So a pretty massive temperature swing. My advice for you now, enjoy the warmer weather. It will stick around this weekend, but entering the new work week and New Year's Eve, we'll see that significant temperature drop, and I'll be highlighting those feels like conditions coming up in the next 15 minutes.
We told you at the top of the hour about a young girl who was shot and killed on Christmas Day in Orange County. And sadly, in Volusia County, a 17-year-old boy was killed by gunfire as well on Christmas night.
Investigators are looking for suspects in connection to the shooting death of Brendan Watkins. As West 2's Michelle Meredith reports, the sheriff's office has some clues to work with.
It started as a quiet Christmas night on El Campo Avenue in Deltona. But close to 9 o'clock, shots rang out. And when it was over, a teenager, 17-year-old Brendan Watkins, was dead. According to neighbors, surveillance video shows that a car pulled up right here on the street. The doors open, the trunk opens, then the trunk closes, the door closes, and that's when they hear gunfire. And that's where the 17-year-old was killed. Bullets went flying down the street. One neighbor showed us where a bullet slid just over his garage door. They tell us investigators broke sections open trying to find it. What was the motive? The Volusia County Sheriff's Office says it appears it was a robbery attempt. Victor Martinez lives nearby. Does it scare you, surprise you, shock you a little bit that this has happened on the street?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Why?
Because, I mean, I got kids of my own, so you never know what could happen, you know. Or the kids out on the road or something come up to them or whatever. You never know what could happen to them.
Neighbors tell us the 17-year-old victim lived nearby, but not on the street, El Campo Avenue, where he died. Covering Volusia County in Deltona, Michelle Meredith, West 2 News.
So far, no arrests. If you have any information that can help, call the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. A little boy is safe after he wandered into a pond on Christmas night. Volusia County deputies say this is not the first time it's happened. They say he was saved from a pond near his home in Deltona last summer, but just last night, they saved him again. They say the boy lives with autism, is nonverbal, and is attracted to water. He started swim lessons last August after the first rescue, and deputies talked with his family about how to make improvements around the house to keep him safe, including wearing a tracker.
Happy Kwanzaa to everyone celebrating. The holiday begins today and goes through January 1st. A professor of Pan-African Studies at California State University created the holiday back in 1966 as a non-religious celebration of family and social values. Each day of Kwanzaa is dedicated to one of 7 defining principles. The first today is Umoja, or unity. And if you're ready to toss your Christmas tree, Orange County is helping you out. They've got some rules they want you to follow, though. Natural trees should go out with your yard waste, not your regular garbage. But first, remove all the decorations, garland, and tinsel. And if your tree is more than 6 feet tall, they're asking you to cut it in half. Orange County leaders say they need people to do this because ultimately the trees get ground into mulch.
We take the old Christmas trees to our yard waste processing area where they're ground into mulch, and it sure smells really good when we grind them up.
Now, if you cannot get all the decorations off or you're tossing an artificial tree, put it out on your large item collection day instead. And a heads up for people in unincorporated Orange County, there will be changes to trash pickup starting Monday. We've got the full details on WESH.com.
And don't let thieves know what was under your tree. They can target homes based on the empty boxes you might leave at the curb. That's why the Orange County Sheriff's Office has set up burglar box locations where you can drop off your empty TV, computer, gaming system boxes at these locations throughout the county. We also have the locations on WESH.com. And if you got one of those new devices for the holiday and are looking for a way to get rid of your old one, you're in luck. The Central Florida Zoo is looking to take them off your hands. They're partnering with Urban E-Recycling for an electronics recycling collection January 2nd through the 4th. And if you bring an old gadget, you can get 25% off up to 4 zoo tickets, valid same day only.
Now to a live look at Orlando International Airport as people start to head home after Christmas. More than 170,000 people are expected to fly in and out of the airport today. But things are really going to pick up this weekend. Saturday through Tuesday, more than 180,000 people are set to go through MCO each day. Now, if you are driving yourself to the airport, keep this in mind. Right now, all garages, surface lots, and the terminal top are all full. So the North and South Park Place are also full. The only lot open right now is West Park Place. And looking at the flight board right now, there are currently, about 100, a little over 100 flights on time. 169 have been delayed and 32 have been canceled. Be sure to give yourself plenty of time for parking, ticketing, and security. And if you are planning to drive anywhere, AAA says your best bet is to start driving before 11 a.m. tomorrow and Sunday. The worst times to drive this weekend are between 11 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Over the holiday, President Trump announced a round of deadly airstrikes carried out in West Africa, this time targeting a group of Islamic State militants in the region. Amy Lou reports on what the president is now saying about the mission.
President Trump says the main goal is to protect Christians. He says that the strikes hit militants in northwest Nigeria, and he accuses the group of terrorizing civilians in the region. The Defense Department releasing this video showing the strikes launching. U.S. Africa Command, a division of the Pentagon, says the strikes targeted an ISIS affiliate that killed multiple terrorists, although that couldn't be independently verified. On social media, President Trump says the strikes were meant for terrorists, quote, who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians. Though he's previously accused the country of failing to protect religious minorities, the strikes this time involved both the U.S. and Nigeria working together. Nigeria's foreign minister saying the U.S. respected their boundaries.
We don't see it violating our sovereignty or territorial integrity, which is very important. And it is not about religion. It's about the protection of lives and property of Nigerians.
The strikes mark a major escalation in the region, and it may not be over, with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth posting online saying, quote, more to come. Reporting in Washington, I'm Amy Lou, WESH 2 News.
A Seminole County law firm is treating paperwork for presents this holiday season.
WESH 2's Jason Guy shows us how their giving goes far beyond just one toy drive.
Tucked away in a busy Lake Mary law office, billable hours take a back seat to wrapping gifts.
We exist to serve, and obviously we have clients that we serve, but that also expands beyond our walls to the community as a whole. So it's just central to who we are.
Attorney Mitch Chubb started his personal injury law firm in 2021 with a simple plan. Once he and his team found success, they'd find a way to give back. This holiday season, that mission is delivered in tissues and bows. They got names, ages, and some of the wish list items for these kids. Now, our elves are getting to work. We've got some wrapping to do. I'm going to put these toys over here. They will take all of these gifts, put labels on them, and then they're going to be delivering them to make the holiday season brighter for these kids. The firm is partnering with Central Florida Home for Good. They provide dignified housing for families transitioning out of homelessness. Chubb's team bought most of these gifts, but the community stepped up too.
We put it out on social media to our following, and we said, hey, we're doing a gift drive. If anybody would like to purchase gifts for these kids, please feel free to do so. And so we had a bunch of gifts shipped right here to the firm, which, is just awesome. People out there in the community doing good.
This isn't just something they do during the holiday season. Every quarter, Chubb's staff leaves the office and they spend the day serving others.
We have literally laid sod for Habitat for Humanity. We have painted walls. We have pressure washed sidewalks. There's so many good causes out there. We try to meet those needs wherever we can.
Holiday gifts, volunteering, plus every month they give $1,000 to a local nonprofit. A recent recipient is Rescue Outreach Mission.
The only homeless emergency shelter in Seminole County. We're located in Sanford. We have about 120 beds, and every night we're really close to full or full for men, women, and families with children in our community.
Rescue Outreach Mission Executive Director Chris Ham tells me the support goes well beyond money.
And I wish we had 500 organizations that takes corporate social responsibility seriously like Chubb does. They really care for our community. And every month they choose a different charity to support, but they do more than just striking checks. They also come out and they help out hands-on.
Chubb Law shows up month after month, all year long, and Mitch calls it the spirit of his firm. Covering Seminole County in Lake Mary, Jason Guy, WESH 2 News.
And they hope their year-round service creates a ripple effect. Chubb Law is challenging other local businesses to make giving back part of their office culture.